Greetings! In this presentation, I will describe the steps involved in reversing type 2 diabetes and prediabetes with an effective weight loss diet. These steps represent the essence of my diabetes reversal program and the foundation of no-fail weight loss. There are several principal steps involved in my program. Here is briefly what each of them entails and why. Step number 1 is developing your personalized weight loss plan. You need this plan to avoid unrealistic expectations and prevent undesirable complications from interrupting your recovery. Commencing a diabetes reversal diet without such a plan is essentially a crapshoot. Over the past 12 years, I have developed a proprietary algorithm to estimate with a high degree of certainty the amount of time it may take you to lose weight, normalize your blood sugar, and to anticipate and preempt most of the probable complications. This algorithm is based on your age, gender, genetic predispositions, rate of energy metabolism, your current diet, body morphology, emotional attributes, climate, lifestyle, profession, the level of physical activity, your digestive health, and numerous other factors determined during our initial and extensive interview. Most people terminate their weight loss programs way too soon simply because they don't know what to expect or by when. Others succumb to diet-breaking complications, so having a realistic plan averts these undesirable outcomes and is essential to reversing diabetes. Step number 2 is a transitional diet. You cannot simply switch from regular food to low-calorie weight reduction diet overnight. For the same reasons, you cannot just walk out with your eyes wide open from complete darkness into daylight sun without experiencing sharp pain and temporary blindness. It takes time, effort, and expertise to adapt your digestion and endocrine functions to a reduced amount of foods and calories, to the different composition of these foods, and to a different eating pattern. Otherwise, you may experience severe digestion-related complications such as dehydration, indigestion, heartburn, gastroenterocolitis and constipation, or endocrine-related such as hyperglycemia, fatigue, dizziness, depression, insomnia, and some others. These complications tend to increase as you get older because aging diminishes your body's ability to quickly self-adapt to sudden dietary changes. That is why a meticulously planned and gradually implemented transitional diet must always precede the low-calorie weight reduction diet. Interestingly, even during transitional diet, you may start experiencing noticeable weight loss and decrease in waist size because of a general cutback of calories, reduction of foods, fluids, and stools transiting through the digestive system, decline of abdominal bloating, and decrease in water retention. A transitional diet is also essential to accomplish the next two important steps that address excessive hunger, insatiable appetite, and mind-bending sugar cravings. Reducing hunger and appetite is the goal of the third step. Most diets recommend suppressing hunger with the will. Well, actually, it is the stomach and pancreas, not the lack of will, that govern hunger, stimulate appetite, or result in overeating. Hunger is a part involuntary reflex action, a part physical sensation that ranges from mild discomfort to downright pain in the stomach. Hunger stimulates appetite, diminishes satiety, and contributes to weight gain and indirectly to diabetes more than any other factor. Fortunately, you can eliminate hunger pains and reduce innate hunger in an entirely natural way, and I will teach you how. This natural approach may take a bit longer than a radical and irreversible gastric bypass or lap band surgery, but for people who are moderately overweight, it works just as well, costs next to nothing, and is absolutely risk-free. This step alone will have a profound effect on your overall health because it improves digestion and eliminates common gastric disorders such as indigestion, heartburn, hiatal hernia, delayed stomach emptying, gastritis, ulcer, and also prevents stomach cancer. Eliminating sugar cravings is the goal of the fourth step. Since sugar cravings are just as potent diet breakers as hunger, your diet is not likely to last long enough while experiencing them most of the time. To assure smooth sailing, I will train you to avoid this unpleasant condition. A sugar craving is different from hunger because it is driven by the interplay of low blood sugar and an elevated level of insulin secreted by the pancreas. Sugar cravings are also caused by diabetes-related medications and are invariably made worse by restrictive low-calorie diets. Besides cravings, low blood sugar is a serious health menace on its own. It causes crushing fatigue, reduced eyesight, migraine headaches, uncontrollable irritability, memory problems, and inability to concentrate. These are all of the typical symptoms of hyperglycemia and hyperinsulinemia, two medical terms for respectively low blood sugar and elevated level of insulin. Fortunately, with an adequate transitional period, a properly structured diet, a good deal of professional insight, and adherence to several important rules, you can reduce insulin secretion considerably, stabilize blood sugar, and eliminate sugar-lowering medications that contribute to hyperglycemia more than any other factor. This step by itself encourages the reversal of diabetes and efficient weight loss even before starting a low-calorie weight reduction diet. Step number 5 concentrates on optimizing energy and structural metabolism. Normal energy metabolism is critical for your health, a must for weight loss, and is essential for your ability to prevent weight gain after your diet is successfully completed. A low rate of energy metabolism is recognized by some basic science: low body temperature, chills even in a warm environment, frequent colds, chronic fatigue, depression, and weight loss plateau or even weight gain on a reduced calorie diet. These conditions are mostly functional and are related to an underactive thyroid gland that governs energy metabolism, or chronic anemia that causes inadequate supply of oxygen for energy productions, or it may be circulatory problems that prevent efficient delivery of oxygen throughout the body. It may also be climatic factors that adapt your body to lower temperatures by stimulating the accumulation of body fat. Step number 6 culminates all prior steps with a low-calorie weight reduction diet. The strategy in this step is a no-brainer. Consume less energy than your body requires for structural and energy metabolism. Stay active to maintain a high rate of energy metabolism. Stick to the rules learned in all prior steps and keep losing weight. The further down the weight scale you go, the easier it gets, but it does take time, patience, and perseverance. I stand behind you throughout the process by offering essential midterm corrections, helpful tips, and motivational support. And this brings us to the final and most transformational step. Step number 7, maintaining normal weight and stable blood sugar for life. Having a normal weight and remaining diabetes-free throughout your life isn't a function of a one-off diet, but a lifelong lifestyle. In other words, it must become a habit, not a chore. By the time you complete all of the previous steps, this habit will be well imprinted in your conscious and subconscious mind and will indeed turn into a lifestyle of health and happiness. In the next episode, entitled How to Overcome a Weight Loss Plateau and Ensuing Diet Failure, I will decipher for you one of the most baffling complications of practically all weight reduction diets: a stubborn weight loss plateau or a seeming inability to lose weight after the initial precipitous weight loss, even though your calorie intake remains exactly the same. You will be surprised to learn that a weight loss plateau isn't actually a real medical condition, but a well-practiced swindle. Please watch it right now. Thank you for your interest in my weight loss program, and I look forward to greeting you in the next episode.